Convert MP3 to WAV using FFmpeg for VBR. What command should I use to convert an MP3 file to WAV whose bitrate is variable? Or better, how would I know whether that source audio is fixed bitrate or variable?
You can get some info about the bitrate of your input files by using the throwsong.mp3 command. However, this only tells you bitrate of the first frame. VBR in mp3 files is usually implemented simply by changing the bitrate for each frame, so whether it's being used can't be determined by just reading the header of first frame. I usually use some other audio file player software to determine whether VBR is being used, as many will display that. FooBar 2000 does, for example. When you use lossy output codecs, such as MPEG 1 Layer 3 or AAC, FFmpeg chooses a default bitrate for the output stream, or a variable bitrate. It depends on the encoder itself. For lossless codecs, you cannot set a variable bitrate, since each sample takes a predefined number of bits. FFmpeg song.mp3 will therefore get you a PCM encoded WAV file with 44,100 Hz sample rate and 16 bits per sample. This results in about 1,411 kilobits per second for the entire container, likely much bigger than the MP3 input file. If you want a smaller file size for the PCM encoded WAV file, set a sample format with less bit depth, see encoders option for a complete list of them, and or choose a lower sample rate. Arkansas 22050 would use 22.05 kHz for example. Here's an example of doing both.
According to @not101 comment, I would follow this process to detect the best codec. At this point, consider your platform to choose between Big Indian, Little Indian, the choose bitrate. We can see that this audio file is a MP3, this is not obvious, despite of the extension of the input file, just check the bytes, has a bitrate of 128 kilobits per second, the codec was S16p, sampling at 44,100 Hz, so we choose accordingly. If you are on Mac, you cannot check the audio if it has no white noise at the beginning, end, when the MP3 original audio has no audio for some sec per second. And of course you can double check the bitmap.
Use FFmpeg to convert the media. First check file specification using Pro. Use this command, FFmpeg I Kimberley. With a codec PCM_S16 the Arkansas 16000 AC1 song.wav. Where PCM_S16 the is codec 16-bit conversion. R is sampling rate, 16000 samples per second, AC null of audio channel.
If you want to support the channel, play iTunes with your subscription.